My name is Hanson, and I'm a pre-medical student at Seattle Pacific University, and I've actually had the privilege of speaking to the board last year in regards to our district's theater program and music program when I was a senior at Stony Creek High School. The reason I'm before you today is a similar reason to the reason that I was here last time. I believe as a former student, I can offer a unique and quite essential point of view in regards to this issue. The adjectives brave, selfless, and invested are seldom thought of words to describe the career of a hall monitor, but in fact they are the most accurate words we have to describe what they do. When the massacre of Columbine took place, I was 9 years old. I remember it was a very different feeling going to school. I mean, frequent lockdown drills, the media talking about how easy it was that these students armed could come into the schools. So when literally days afterwards my mom said, I'm going to become hall monitor, that's kind of a scary thought. It was scary because if anything were to happen, these hall monitors, and now my mom, were entrusted by the district to have the security of the school, which is a fairly big deal. But at the time, no one would argue that those adjectives, brave, selfless, and invested, were the perfect words to describe what it is they were doing. So eventually I made it to high school, the same high school in which my mom was working at and had been for several years now. I soon saw that there was a level of respect the students had for the hall monitors that was honestly surprising to me, just as it would be, or was, for anyone who didn't really see it firsthand. These hall monitors had built up a history with these present students, and because of that, they had earned the respect and admiration from all students. By example, the incoming students saw the older classmates reacting to the hall monitors and knew they deserved and had earned the respect of all students, new and old. I was always amazed to see these hall monitors, they would get kids in trouble, but not once would these kids hold it against them or be disrespectful towards them. It was clear that this respect came from a level of understanding that these hall monitors had given to the students that you can't outsource. I cannot tell you how many potentially horrible situations I have seen diffused because of the presence of these hall monitors, but more so because of the presence of the respect the students had for them. Respect due to the fact that these hall monitors knew these kids. They really knew them and unconditionally cared for them. And sometimes in high school there are moments when you really need someone who will unconditionally care about you. It is upsetting and honestly confusing how anyone could think outsourcing this type of commitment would yield the same results as we, the students, have been so lucky to have. It also makes me question just how much of a hall monitor's job do people really understand. I honestly believe, as a student, if they understood what it means to be a hall monitor, there would be no such proposal to consider. I really appreciate the opportunity given to me to speak to the board tonight, and I hope I've helped shed light on how a student, above all else, is truly affected by this proposal. Thank you